Oh boy, it looks like Marcus Rashford could potentially be on his way out in the summertime during the transfer window because, according to the Mirror, PSG are preparing a €75 million offer to sign Marcus Rashford from Man United. And the reason is they want to replace Kylian Mbappe, who's going to Real Madrid, which, that makes sense. And this is actually going to be their second attempt to do so because I believe they were, flirting with the idea back in the January transfer window. But Marcus Rashford put out that whole thing a couple weeks ago saying that he wants to stay at United. He's committed. He doesn't like it when people question that commitment and all that. So if he just leaves and goes to PSG in the summer, that just kind of shows that, he wasn't telling the complete truth. Now, personally, I'm 50-50 on this. I love Marcus Rashford. He's one of my favorite players that are currently playing right now. But at the same time, you never really know what kind of season he's going to be having. Like, one season he does amazing, the next season he doesn't. And he's on 350K a week. Like, this guy needs to be performing. And then on top of that, the whole body language thing I do think is an issue because that rubs off on the other players. Like if you're always complaining, throwing your arms up in the air, not tracking back and moaning and all that, like it does affect the team. That's a problem that I think even the captain has in Bruno. He does almost the same thing too. But at the end of the day, he is a fantastic player. It's just you never really know if he's going to have a great season or not. That's the big problem for me. Like, just look at the stats from last season. He got 17 Premier League goals, which is amazing, and 5 assists. This year, he's only at 7. I know there's still 10 games left, so that could obviously change. He could maybe get 15 by the end of the season. I don't know. Who knows at this point? The problem is, look at the season before. 4 Premier League goals, then 11, 17, 10. It's just kind of all over the place. And you need someone who's going to get 10 plus every season no matter what. And with Rashford, you just don't know. And he's on high wages, so that obviously affects our financial fair play. Because with new ownership, they obviously want to buy new players, maybe get a new manager. They're going to have to spend a lot of money. And someone who's like Marcus Rashford, who's a little inconsistent, the body language, there's some problems, all that, they might just look at it and be like, okay, PSG want to give us 75 million. We'll take it and just buy, 2-3 players with that money. Because for 350K per week, you cannot be showing up with 7 Premier League goals by the 28th game of the season. That is just unacceptable. So guys, let me know what you think about this situation. Do you think Rashford is going to leave to PSG or maybe another team, or do you think he's going to stay at United? I'm really torn on this situation because, like I said, I'm a big fan of Rashford's, but I just think the wage bill is going to be a huge cause of concern for Sir Jim Ratcliffe. He's going to be looking at 350K per week. I could go get 2 different really good players for that money, that I'm spending every week to pay those wage bills. And then on top of that, this is going to be the most he's probably ever worth at this point. He's 26. If we get 75 million for him, I think that's a little low. I think he should be around 100 because if you think about it, Antony costs us 100, and if we sell Rashford, who's 100 times better than Antony for less, that's just bad business in my opinion, but we're United. We're known for that. Let me know if you want him to stay or go.